Hi, it's Annette here with a straight to the point video on 9 patches. The most simple way to assemble a 9 patch is 5 darks and 4 lights. That's a positive 9 patch, or you can do the 5 lights and the 4 darks. I like to take my design board to the sewing machine and stitch. Then when I flip them over, I'm ready to flip over the next row and stitch. Then I have the units ready to sew together. I nest the seams, push them together. I press that away from the center, and I have a finished 9 patch. If you look at your class handouts, I had a chart how to make 2 positive and 2 negative 9 patches by strip assembly. So I did these are 2.5-inch strips by 13 inches long. You can go 13.5 for extra insurance. And then I made a negative one, 10.5 inches long, and I just pressed them. I nested the seams together. Just give them a little push, make sure they're aligned. Then using my Stripology ruler, I align one of the seam lines, the stitch lines, with one of the lines on my ruler. Here's the 0 line, making sure I'm past the 0 line, so I have all the raw edges trimmed off. Then I just cut in the 2.5-inch slots. And you'll see there was one extra, not paired up with anything. So then I would just leave these assembled, take them to the sewing machine, stitch on 3 of them, and then reserve these 3 as I pretend these are sewn. Then I will use these remaining 3 to match up. So 1 negative and 2 positive. So that's a little bit faster way. Then for the disappearing 9 patch, you can use any size squares you want for any of these, depending what your finished block needs to be. But for the disappearing 9 patch, since you're going to subcut it, I use charm squares for this example. Now here's a positive setting with the 5 darks, but to make it a little different, to enhance the fall colors, I chose to have the darks in the negative spot and assemble them the same way as you did your regular 9 patch. For disappearing 9 patch, the way I do it is just measure that center square, which is 4.5. And so that means I will divide this whole block in half, both vertically and horizontally. So here is the 2.25. And then so you don't disturb it, rotate 2.25 again. And then you can arrange them your choice. I like to just flip the opposite corners to the middle and then stitch it back together.